Yeah, it's trying to get all of them. What's the coloring of the garden? How do you get this in the
With
center?
wine.
With wine.
With actually the lees, the press, the what's left of the pressed wine you use to.
And is there a
to
reason
paint.
why you guys like paint the wine?
So it's the cellar, our old cellar master Francis who thought it looked prettier. So it's because you have a lot of stains that happen during the process.
So it's kind of his thing.
There's a lot of people who do this. No?
Yeah, most of the red makers do that because every time you use a little bit of the wine inside, you put a drop on the wood, and it's very difficult to clean it very perfectly.
Just get the whole thing.
So it's
Yeah.
better to have that red and that idiot.
Can the last person close the door?
Yes.
Thank you. So this is our first year cellar room, and because we're doing works on the Chez Beaufil, which is the second cellar, all the wines will be during a few years they'll be transiting through this cellar. One important point that we wanted to make is cooperage. You see all these barrels, the effect of the oak on wine. You're experts in wine, so you know that it's really important to fine-tune how you use oak in the wine. And so because of this, years ago our family decided to have their own cooperage. So it means we make our own barrels in order, because we never want the oak to overpower the wine. So that allows us to really control as best as we can the oak on the wine. And every person, we have a team of 4 coopers. They each do all the process of making the barrels, and we have for each wine a special heating of the inside of the barrel, a special way, which is a designated temperature and length of the heat. So, for example, Lafitte is very, very long and quite hard. Then you will have for Rio Sec, it's a little bit softer but longer. So it's all these decisions that we make. And you see on each barrel you have an initial, which is the name of the person, I'll try and show you, which is the name of the person who made the barrel.
You said the whole process, does it include growing the trees?
No, the trees. So in France, there's now a few very qualitative zones where you grow oak for barrels, mainly the center of France, l'Allier. Mathieu and Louis just went. You went. So we went to see the trees, and we have a long-term partnership with a forester, Amérandier.
Yeah, most of the forests are governmental in France, and it's for this reason that we continue to have this kind of trees, because to grow trees in oak to make barrel, it's about 150, 200 years. So in terms of business, it's not possible to have a business to grow trees to make barrel. So it's for this reason that it's governmental, and we keep this kind of quality in oak.
Do you get to select the trees that your barrels are made from?
Not us, but we have a full confidence with oak selection, and the trees we have at the end are very qualitative. And there is a dry process after, because they cut the trees, they put in stave, and then they dry it between 20. They start to dry it, and after we got it, and we dry between 24 and 36 months.
We dried here. We dried here in Pauillac, and actually we're rethinking how we dry it because of the direction of the wind, and it needs to get rain, because then the oak moves and becomes alive, and really. So we're seeing where would be the best place to dry it. So it's really, really key and very, very interesting topic, and these days, so as I mentioned, we went through this transformation of our vineyard work, transforming into organic farming, and the aging process of how we use oak, and also how we age our wines with different formats and different approaches, sometimes amphoras, sometimes food. It's one of the also processes that we're collectively working on right now. So it's a fun part of
Yeah, in fact, Louis or me, as winemaker, what we don't manage that, because we cannot be specific and be good on everything. So we say, well, we want that for the wine, And after, Olivier and the barrel makers will give us the barrels that they match with that. Hopefully, we don't have to cut our trees, we don't have to dry them specifically. So it's really it's another kind of job. So it's very interesting to know how they do. But
It's such an important part of it, and part's such a specific part of the wine process.
yeah. And as Saskia said, in fact, for us, the barrel, it's a bit like in food, it's like salt and pepper.
Yeah, it's
We
a
don't.
flavor.
We wanted to improve, exhaust the flavors of the wine, but the star of the wine is the grape. It's not the barrel. So it's just here to exhaust the real wine. So we want it to be here, but not to take the power of the wine.
Okay, follow Nola. She's so cute.